I've been shot calling for like well over a year and a half. Pretty experienced. I've had a lot of fun with main ball fights. I'm pretty much a point player. I play flail IG. Used to play IGVG. Um, that's pretty much the intro. It's not going to be too much. It's going to be short and sweet. We're going to watch Hori's Boogaflu main ball macro video. You guys are more than welcome to ask questions during this video. Please, please, please do interrupt me if you guys have any questions. Do interrupt the video. I will pause it immediately. We'll answer that question. The point of this is to encourage you guys to ask questions if you guys don't understand something, so that way that you guys won't have those questions during the war or during the moment, because it's better that you guys just really get a feel for how this stuff goes like now instead of like in the heat of the moment. So does anybody have any questions before we get started?
There are no stupid questions, by the way, guys.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Please.
I promise you, I have a stupid question.
No, nobody has stupid questions. If anybody has any questions, yeah, just feel free to just be like, hey, Swoop, can you pause real quick? And I'll pause and then we'll get started, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, let's get started.
Starting recording. All right, Boogaflu ball macro overview. We're going to go over the objective of the main ball.
Oh, and this is about 15 minutes long.
Zoning, crashing, spreading, balling, hot versus cold spots, and general tips. Once again, if there are any questions while we go through, just let me know. The objective of the main ball is to control point tick. You don't win wars unless you control point tick. Controlling point tick is primarily done by placing more players on point than the enemy. I know, that sounds really stupid, but it is the truth. You have more people on flag, you spin flag, you win. You can alter this balance by securing kills / not dying. The most efficient way to secure kills is by coordinating damage. These are very basic things, but more in depth, we're going to go over how you do these certain things better. Positioning. The quads have to think is that they are point players, but they control a much smaller zone of the point. Okay, so this is a big transition from what we used to do for a very long time. The old macro was that you push point team to top quads go in their road, and then bottom groups step into point. That is no longer. You are now a point member if you are in a quad. You are just playing a certain section of the point. If you are a top quad, you shouldn't be extending 20 meters.
All right, so does this part of the macro video make sense to everybody? Like if you were a quad player, you were still playing point. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Does everybody
Yeah,
kind of gets that? Like
Yes.
Yep. So if you're top left, like you're controlling that top left quadrant. If you're top right, you're controlling that top right quadrant of the point. So like that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be out of the point in top left. You can be out of the point in top left, like if that's where you need to be. But the majority of the fighting is going to be like actually within that point, that circle. Okay.
Into their road. If you're a bottom quad, you still need to play your zone like you would play any other zone. It doesn't mean you're perma pushing up or playing bottom. Okay. The point team is a rotating element of the main ball. Oh, that's Frank. He's getting active. They are the ones that set up plays. So the point team is going to be constantly rotating around the point. They're going to be looking at to set up plays for the rest of the main ball. That is their primary objective. Again, the point team's old objective used to be to constantly spin the flag. But that should be everybody's objective. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Not the dog.
Poor Frank. Yeah, so the point team's job basically, in a nutshell, is to coordinate where the quads are going to be clumping and deadoing their crashes at. So I'm sure that most of you that have been in a few wars or have watched a few wars have heard something called like deado crashing or like crashing the point. The point team's job, whether it's 1 and 2, whichever group numbers that is, the point team's job is to set up that deado crash for the quads. So if the quads are watching the point team move around on point, then they more than likely already have an idea of where the crash is going to be at before the shot caller calls it.
Stepping off of point is in an emergency to stay alive or to quickly zone a healer or a fire staff or any other player that is playing too close to your quad. So you should be...
Let them know, Frank. See if I need to skip.
Can we edit that out?
Can we edit that out?
The only time you should be stepping off a point is in an emergency to stay alive or to quickly zone a healer playing too close. So yeah, there's a lot of dots on a point here. That looks relatively ugly. I know. Just the light greens are sacreds. Our sacred should be
Hey, I'm here to learn.
On point, only slightly off point.
Good.
And then as you can see, we have our top right quad, top left bottom left
Please
quad,
mute your mic.
bottom right quad.
Okay,
Playing
my bad, dog.
almost always on
Pretty
point,
good, man.
unless we'll go over some specific instances where you have to get off. But for the most part, you should be always playing on point. Zoning. The purpose of zoning is to fight for control of your quad. Do not extend 20 meters off point. We have seen this a lot in VODs. It's not like you guys are doing anything wrong. It's just old meta, in my opinion. If you're dogging down someone that's really low, sure, you can extend off of point, right? If you're going to secure that kill. But don't spend all of your time off of point 15 meters out into their road. It's a waste of time. You should be focusing on the point spin. The tighter you zone, the more damage you output and take. This is big here. That equals more alt charge, which means better crashes. So, quad players, you're a part of the point team. You're primarily in charge of following up on crashes and playing your quad. The tighter that you play to your quad inside of point and in a sacred and against enemies with friendlies, you output more damage and you input more damage, which means your ultimate charges faster, which means you crash. As a main ball, you crash harder because you have more deados.
Okay, yeah. So just to kind of touch base on that, basically what that means is that like if you are outside a point and like you're one tapping like 2 to 3 guys and like you feel like that's effective because you're pressuring them and putting them outside of the point, even though it's not necessarily wrong, it's really not necessarily right either because the point team wins by deado crashing, right? So the point team and the quads that have the strongest deado crash is going to win the deado crash, and the deado crash that wipes the most players is going to win the point tick. And the way that you get your ultimate up to do that deado crash and you get it up before the enemy team is you hit as many people as you can at once in one small tight zone. So let's say, for instance, like a Maelstrom or an IGVG with an Ice Storm. If you're putting that Ice Storm on 15 people rather than 3 people outside of the point, the 15 people is going to take your ultimate up faster and quicker than you know, outside hitting those 3 people outside of the zone. So getting that ultimate up fast, and quicker than the enemy team, so that way that you can deado crash before them is how you win deado crashes and win the point fight. Does anybody have any questions so far? All right, awesome.
You should be playing mostly on point. Only leave when in a bad spot. Sacred should be mostly on point and slightly off. Crashing. This is a big one. If you look at the top right here, this is one of our crashes from our war last night. We are crashing these 3 guys in the bottom, and our entire army is coming from one direction. And I shouldn't have to tell you guys why that's a problem, but I'm going to. All right, so if our entire army comes from this one direction, the guy that's in front that's crashing from where he probably should be crashing from, when he turns around, he's getting body blocked by a bunch of fucking blues. So we're going to go over how we want you guys to crash from here on out, and it's actually pretty simple. It just takes a little bit of thought process. So the purpose of crashing is to secure kills. You should be crashing the clump from the direction that your quad is positioned, and you should be looking to engulf the enemy by body blocking them. Okay, so when you dogpile, you're looking to surround the enemy and prevent them from leaving with your body. The reason why we lose a lot of crashes is because our bruisers are not dogpiling properly. As soon as the countdown comes, this is what you should be thinking of. How am I approaching this crash? So for example, if Looper is calling, all right, I want you to look top left. We're looking top left in 3. As soon as you hear the 3 bruisers, you should be looking top left. As soon as he says the 2, you should be positioning yourself at an angle that your quad is supposed to be approaching the crash from to properly surround the clump. And then on 1, you should be popping cleanse and looking to get active. All right. How you efficiently engulf, you body block enemies, prevent friendly body block. It's pretty straightforward. And as a general rule of thumb, this is also another thing that we're doing very improperly. If we're taking the initial crash, you don't stay in a clump. Okay, so if we are not recrashing, you don't stay because you can expect the recrash and you are going to be out of cleanse with no cooldowns. So if you're taking initial, it's very smack and go. It's like 1 pick for the army, 2 picks for the army, and you get the fuck out. If you're taking the recrash and you win, that's when you ball up and you start to look to stay in the ball and dog down players. So again, general rule of thumb, if you're taking initial crash, hit and run. If you're taking a recrash, you can stay in longer, and you want to stay in longer to secure more kills. Okay, that's why we're always looking to recrash, because it's in our advantage. And at the top of the screen here, you've kind of got a picture. You got our bottom right quad, bottom left quad, top right quad, and our top left quad. And this is how you should be approaching this crash, right? Point team's going to be coming typically from center of point. It's really important for this bottom right quad not to body block them too hard. And then if you are on the sides of the crash, you really want to push yourself to get to this side of the crash, so you're not just all funneling into this one spot. Because if we all funnel into this one spot, we get recrash and it hurts a lot more. So again, some VODs that I watch of players doing this, they already know to be doing it, but some I watch and you guys have no idea how you should be approaching the clump. This is very straightforward. It just takes a little bit more thought process as soon as you hear the countdown. Okay, so again, you surround the clump. You're approaching from your quad. If your quad is top right, you should be looking to hit the top right side of the quad or the clump. If your quad is bottom left, you should be looking to hit the bottom left side of the clump. And this reigns true for anywhere the clump is at. It's still the same. You just want to put yourself in the same position of the clump that your quad is assigned. Okay? Spreading. When taking the initial crash, you must spread quickly.
All right. So I just want to cover one thing outside of what he just covered. There, like all of everything that he's saying here is all correct and extremely to the point. But he doesn't address like healers and what healers should be doing during this time.
Thank you. That's what I was gonna
so
ask.
Yep. So healers, I'm gonna pay you guys some attention. Healers, your job while these deado crashes are going on is to, like, if you hear a deado crash is about to happen, or if you see like a crash, a big dog pile about to happen on the point, it's your job to instinctively know that you need to be saving cooldowns for that crash, right? So if that crash is being called out and it's like 3, 2, 1, and you know that that crash is about to be top left, so you're gonna instinctively drop your sacreds there. Obviously space them around your group specifically. So, I don't know if you guys, can you guys see my cursor or no?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, awesome. So if this crash is top left here and your group is right here, then, drop your sacred on your group. If you are top right healer and you're over here, drop your sacred on your group. Try and space them around so everybody gets some love. But instinctively know that you should be saving cooldowns for the crash. Okay. So your group also needs to know that they should not be making you waste your cooldowns on them taking a fight that they shouldn't be taking, because really the point wins fights by deado crashing, right? So you're not going to win the fight by winning winning against the 3 people in your bottom right quad. You're going to win the fight by fighting as an army and deado crashing on the 20 people that are going to be top left in 30 seconds from whenever you killed those 3 people. So some takeaways, healers, it's your job to obviously stay alive during this time. If you can't stay alive, obviously, like, that happens, everybody dies. If you are for whatever reason being pressured and you can't stay alive and you know that you're about to go down, just let your group know. So if your group knows that you are down and they're about to deado crash, if they don't have pots up or if they don't have cleanse pots up during that time, they probably shouldn't hop in that dog pile because they're probably going to die. So just instinctively know, if your healer is down and they're like, hey, I'm down, no heals, no heals, don't jump into that dog pile. Like, just because the shot caller is calling it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for you. Okay. And if it's not right for you, don't do it. If it is right for you, then do it. Any questions? Okay.
No.
I have a question. So this is more for like the healers. Also, how they should be positioning like their secrets? Like they need to be holding whenever it's like the spread point, or like it is just a sense whenever you see it that they're gonna need it, or you wait for them to settle.
Are you talking about the ability itself? Like, should they be holding that
Yeah,
ability?
yeah.
Uh, I mean, it's really a matter of how quickly you can get that cooldown back. Just know that deado crashes usually happen anywhere from every 20 to 45 seconds long. So you're going to have like 2 deado crashes usually being called within a minute span. So usually that's around 2. That's like a little bit more than 2 sacreds, really. And especially like if you're refreshing and all that stuff. So uh, you're going to have like probably 1 sacred that you can drop on your, like, say you're a bot right quad here. You're going to have 1 sacred that you can drop on your group here. And then those other 2 sacreds will probably be used during a deado crash time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions, Wes? Feel free to ask. There are no dumb questions. So please just speak up, ask the questions. It's okay.
Just to be sure. So like since quads were basically part of the point, like that doesn't apply as much to our healers, right? Like
I mean,
they
the healers.
should they be on point?
No.
That
I
doesn't
mean,
sound safe.
that's That's very, very advanced gameplay. Like there are
Okay.
and there are times that the healers do step point. But that's usually like say this point is at like 90% tick and like you've already pushed this army all the way up here and your ball fight is all the way at the top of the point, then you'll usually see a lot of the healers stepping towards the back of this point where the fight's not at anymore. Like that's usually whenever the point's like about to go down.
Right. But generally they're not going to be though, right?
Generally, no. You're never really
Okay.
going to be on point. It's
Just
going to be
making
your
sure.
job. Yeah, it's going to be your job to stay obviously within target range of your group and to stay out of range of whatever kill squad is targeting you. Okay. Um, there's a lot of different things that happen to healers on point fights. Like roads will flip. So like our kill squad will be in their road, pressuring them, while their kill squad is in our road, pressuring us. It's your job to realize that whenever those kill squads are about to be in our road, like you should probably go to their road, right? Because that means that your kill squad is there to protect you. Just instinctively know that you have to flip side to side, and being in their road isn't necessarily the worst place for you at all times. It might actually be the best place for you. You just have to know whenever to go there and whenever not to go there. Any other questions?
Actually, I have one question here. What are the kill squads looking to do when you hear a Ditto crash happening?
Yep. So there's like 8 and 9. So your inner kill squad and your bonfire kill squad. The wide fight should obviously be way out there in Narnia taking that wide fight. But your bonfire kill squad and your inner kill squads, it's their job to find those healers. So if you see a life staff peeking up here in top left and you know that they're about to drop that sacred, pressure them. Because if you pressure that healer during the time that a Dedo crash is going on, and you CC lock them for whatever reason and they can't get that sacred on their group, then guess what? Their group's probably going to go down. So like again, like there's so many different aspects of it. But like a healer being CC locked and not being able to get a sacred or a DE off is going to more than likely at least cause like 2 to 3 people to die in that group. So everybody kind of has their own place and own reason for what they're doing during these Zeto crashes, but it all kind of comes down to one conclusion on whoever is going to win that fight. Does that answer it for kill squads? Anything else? All right, we'll get started.
Quickly, the best way to avoid getting body block is to spread towards your quad. So, your quad is your home. When you have to leave your home, you should be looking to return back to your home in the same direction that you approached it. That is likely going to be the safest route. This does not mean leave the points. So when the caller says spread, he is not necessarily telling you to get off the point. Again, spreading and getting off the point are two different calls. So if I'm not saying or Looper's not saying get off the point, unless you have to, you shouldn't be getting off the point. You still need to play on the point. And then again, down here is a little
Doesn't include healers.
Visual example of how you should be looking to spread. Our bottom left quads are looking to get back to the bottom left quad. Our point group's looking to get to somewhere center around point. Our bottom right quad looking to get to bottom right. Our top right quad looking to get top right. And the reason why that's good is because we're not just moving through as a big army that's easy to recrash. And you guys have seen this, right? When you do recrashes, you've seen like a big giant ball of players that's moving because they're trying to spread, and then you recrash where the ball is of players is going. You can prevent that by spreading properly.
Yeah, so let me just real quick just touch on like what a recrash is. What he's saying as far as a recrash is basically the enemy team might dedo crash you before you dedo crash them, right? Okay, so if you then survive that crash and then you dedo crash them, that's a recrash. Okay, so just recrashing is basically whenever you crash right after the enemy team crashed.
Balling and dogging. If you hard win a crash, you should be dogging down targets, and this shouldn't always be on the caller to decide whether or not you're dogging. It should be in your guys' mental. So if you hard win a crash, and it's very big and fun, and it looks pretty when you kill a bunch of people, you should look to translate that into like just staying on point in.
And yeah, just like balling out and dogging out on the point, that just means that, if you win that Dedo crash and like you're not having to like play your life and survive and like you just all out won, it's then your job as a group and as an army to pick out a target that didn't die in that Dedo crash and just single target them and start focusing on. So like the lead bruiser in that group should then be like, hey, I see X name right here, ping him, and then everybody in that group should go after him and dog him out.
In a big giant ball and just fucking everybody up that comes in your way. The more blues on one red, the better. The faster that we dogpile on individual targets, the faster they die, the faster that we can move on to the next one. Point team should always be dogging to force enemy crashes. So point team, I don't really have to tell you this, you guys understand this, but realistically, the point team should always be moving kind of in a unit as a ball to kind of try and bait out crashes and also secure kills just for free point tick. And then on all ins, the entire army should be balling, dogging specific areas unless told otherwise. This is mostly on the caller. If I'm saying all in, bottom left, bottom left, bottom left, as soon as I say all in, I am then going to transition, the caller is then going to transition into a positional call where he wants you to focus all of your damage at.
Somebody have a question? Okay.
You've seen like really weak all-ins. Some of you guys have been in our war, like our last defense. The all-in was really weak because it was really spread out.
So by
just
entire army,
pick a
he doesn't
spot.
mean I'd fight, right? Like they don't come back to point.
Say that one more time for me. Sorry.
For all you said, like you see how it says all in the entire army. He's
Mhm.
not about quads, right? He's not talking about like the wide fight.
He's basically saying that like whenever he's calling an all in for like bottom left, that like quads, as long as you're not like extremely or sorry, kill squads, as long as you're not like extremely involved in whatever fight you're taking outside of the point, then you should be looking to pressure the healers and bot left. If the fight is, or if the clump is called top left, then you know if you're not really involved in a fight on bonfire or in your wide fight, then you should be looking to pressure those healers top left.
And is
Oh.
this for healers too?
What's that about healers? Sorry.
All in, is that for healers too?
No. So yeah, he's basically saying that like that's the Deado crash call.
Oh, this
That
okay.
that all in moment is like whenever you should be looking to place those sacreds and get ready to basically
Okay.
pump as many heals as you can. Any other questions, guys? And again, no dumb questions, please ask. Okay.
Caller is going to pick a spot and you just ball up and stick on it and try to get as many kills as possible. Lastly, we got hot versus cold spots. The enemy point team is usually the hottest spot on the point. You should not be getting caught in hot spots. So earlier when I said like quads should always be playing on point, realistically, the only time you shouldn't be playing on point is you're about to die or your quad is flooded with the enemy point team. So I'm looking at my bottom right quad in specifically. A lot of times the enemy is going to play top left. To us, that's bottom right. And that means the bottom right quad can't just sit inside of the enemy point team. Usually it forces them off. It's okay, but the rest of the quads need to be stepping to kind of, you know, counteract that the force that is pushing us off.
Yeah. So basically, what that means is that like if you are the bottom right quad and you are facing 15 people instead of like the normal bottom right quad group that you would think that you're usually facing, that means that like the enemy point team is probably in your area, which means that like right here, you are in the hot spot, which means you're going to be taking more damage, which also means that you should be instinctively playing your life. And if that means that you have to get off the point for whatever reason, then you get off the point. Like instinctively just know to stay alive. So if you have 15 people in your zone and you're being pressured really, really hard, then hop off the point. Like that is the right call. Staying alive is always the right call over just jumping into something that you more than likely are going to die in. If you're more than likely going to die in it, it's always the wrong call. Always prio staying alive.
The coldest spot is usually the quad that's directly opposite of the enemy point team. So if you are top left when the enemy point team is bottom right, then you should be playing for relatively free. That happens a lot other than the kill squad pressure, obvious. And very in layman's terms, the hotter the spot that you're in, the more damage you take. The colder the spot, the less damage you take. All right, it's pretty straightforward. But just remember that when you're in a hot spot, if you can't handle the damage, you need to get out. General tips. We should be looking to play aggressively and listen to the caller. A lot of the VODs, especially from the melees that I've been watching lately, you guys are really slow at the beginning of the war. A lot of wars are decided in the first 5 minutes. Like I'll tell you guys straight up. If you get like a big aggressive opening against the enemy and knock the wind out of them quickly, like a B50-50, for example, and you win that 50-50, it is going to snowball through the rest of the war. It's going to feel worse for the enemy when they're just losing. So at the beginning of the war, for every single player, you should be looking to like fucking open your eyes a little bit more. I know it's kind of ironic coming from me because and maybe I shouldn't say that's kind of racist, but open your eyes a little bit more, take a deep breath, wake up, and start playing your best game right at the beginning of the war. And again, When the three count starts, you should be snapping camera to pre-call spot. So, for example, top left in 3, all of you should be looking at the call spot. Top left in 2, you should be looking, finding yourself a good approach. So instantly moving to zone yourself around the ball, so you're not just jumping into it. And then at 1, you should be popping cleanse and looking to crash.
Yep. So just a couple things to go over. The Deado crash calls are not always going to be perfect. More than likely, they're not going to be perfect, but they always should be like consistent. So you should always have like 2 to 3 crashes within that minute span. It might always not be perfect. Like you might be calling top left, and then the enemy team might despread from that top left, and it might move top right. So like that zone might move. Just instinctively know that you move wherever the enemy team is, or wherever your shot caller calls it at the end of the day. So sometimes I instinctively will be like top left, top left, top left, and 3, 2, 1, and then I'll be like, oh shit, no, top right, top right, top right. So just like be ready for things like that. That's going to happen. That's just the enemy team moving like they should be because they don't want to get clumped on and they don't want to die. So look out for things like that. Popping a cleanse, you guys should, unless like for whatever reason you're about to die or like you're extremely debuffed and plagued, you should be saving your cleanse spot CD for the Deado crash. So save your cleanse spot CD for the Deado crash. Any other questions about all of this so far? All right, great.
All right. And that's pretty much it. If there's any main ball players that have any sort of input, just let me know. But some things that were on the slide or not on the slide that I wanted to go over is that 1, you can't crash spots that we don't have outside control. So Kill Squad, this is very, very related to you. If we don't have top left control with Oppo, it makes the crash very weak. So typically you shouldn't be looking for a crash on a spot that you don't have quad control. And then what are some other things that I talked about? Oh yeah. Point team quit inting in before the rest of the army. It's been happening quite a bit. So don't do that.
Yeah, so another thing, point team, like obviously it's your guys' job to lead that Deado crash and to control like where the Deado crash is going to be at. It's also your job inherently to be the group that stays alive. Okay. So point team, you guys are the reason why point maintains tick. Quads, you guys are the reason why point gains tick. Okay. So maintaining tick is up to the point team staying alive, and gaining tick is up to quad stepping. So if you don't see like that little blue ticker up here ticking, that means that your quad is probably not on point, or some quad is probably not on point, and they should be. So instinctively, my usual call is like if we're winning the fight on the point or around the point for whatever reason, if you don't see that blue tick up there ticking and that point is not ticking, then your quad needs to step, or you need to make sure that everybody in your group is stepping on that point within that circle. That does not include healers. Healers, you guys do not have to step, but the other 4 members in your group should be stepping. Same thing for point. Healers, you can step if you see that like that part of the quad that you can step in is safe for you. But again, like that's very high level gameplay. It's not really expected of everybody right now to like know like when to step and when not to step. Any questions so far? Okay.
Vadim, you have any tips, tricks, comments?
See if Vadim has anything. I have not watched the end of this video.
It stays silent for a little while. You can't hear Vadim.
All right, let's skip through. Maybe he cut it out.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep, so-
Yeah. As you guys approach a recrash, like Gurge and I, and this is no offense to Looper, he just needs more experience. And Hey Crew as well, and Bobby, who are all 3 callers that are in this company. They just need more experience. But Gurge and I can typically see when a recrash is coming, so we kind of pre-call the recrash, and we're earlier to it. But even still, like if you see an opportunity for a recrash, and the caller doesn't, you should be looking for it, and you should be looking to jump into it because he's probably going to say this. And Vadim, you actually bring up a really good point. Some of the best players, and I'm an avid VOD watcher. I watch tons of VODs all the fucking time. I watch them when I'm at work, watch them when I'm at lunch, watch them before I go to bed. I'm kind of sick in the head. But one thing that
Yep,
I've
shot
noticed
callers are nuts,
consistently
man.
with
We're
good
all insane.
players is that they often see things happening 1 to 2 or 3 seconds before the caller sees them. So if you see them, act upon it, right? If you know something should be happening, like a recrash, act upon it.
Yeah, so basically, like the shot caller has a pretty tough job, right? It's our job to not only macro and micro the entire army, but to call deado crashes to make sure that like whenever we're not winning, we have to instinctively in the moment find out why we're not winning and make the changes during the war to basically win that fight. So like we don't see everything perfectly. So like if you see like one of your top point bruisers jumping into something that looks like what will be a deado crash, that's probably where the deado crash is going to be at. So like he's just basically saying that like players like Vadim, who's on his point team, are more than likely probably already in the deado crash zone that he's going to be calling in like the next 5 seconds. Okay. So like Vadim is already instinctively basically 2 steps ahead of them.
Because the caller is looking at everything, which is why he's a little bit later to what you're already seeing happen. Yeah, and that's good advice. And then the big thing, like if you guys were in the Horizon War when we attacked, and it felt like they just had more point players, that's because they did, because their quads were playing in point, and we were not. So we got to play tighter to point. We got to play in point, and we have to understand that when we are winning, we should be balling up, because that's why it felt like we were getting dogged down, is because they were winning recrashes, and when they did that, they just stuck in the clump and they just killed anything that came into their path. That'll always happen. That's just good macro by them. So we need to practice the same things so that we are preparing to be on even field with them. And again, I don't think there's a situation that.
Okay. So that's it for this one. I'm gonna let anybody go ahead and ask questions now. If you guys just want to like free talk for like the next, I'll give everybody like a 2 to 3 minute break so everybody can like go get a drink or just go use the bathroom or whatever you need to do. So just meet me back in here at 8:20 p.m. Eastern, or just stay in here if you want, and we'll start at 8:20. Okay. And if you guys have any questions for me,
Sounds
I
good.
will be here.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Good talk, guys.
meantime, yeah, no, it's okay. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, everybody's new, so like, it's really, I mean, instinctively, you know, it's just like a classroom, right? Like, nobody wants to raise their hand.
Yeah.
I
Right.
get
No,
it.
well, I mean,
You're just extremely handsome. That's all.
Thanks, dude.
Super sexy.
I mean, one thing I will say is like I really appreciate you, throwing this together for the people that are new, or just have no real experience, because this is
Yeah, this is
very
nice.
helpful. Yeah, it was very in depth, very explanatory. It's really well put together. I think whoever made this video,
Yeah.
Yep, Hori's a
the
great shot
slides.
caller. I will
Yeah.
actually go ahead and link Hori's YouTube for you guys. He has many videos, all within like this season. So they're pretty well explanatory on this season and what like meta is for this season. I'm pretty sure that he actually like just started doing most of this stuff. Yeah, like 1 month ago. So most of the stuff is pretty in depth. And as far as like, there's a lot of stuff for kill squads here. He did just do a kill squad
Cool.
refresher. So like you guys, I do encourage you guys to go and watch this stuff on your own free time. Another thing that you can do is find like the Boog players Twitch accounts, which a good person to ask for that is Willie, and see if you can go watch their VODs if their VODs are public. Watching VODs are extremely helpful, especially like for your specific role. If you're a healer and like you want to know like how some of the best healers play, then like Kirio is an insane healer, and his VODs are all public, and he plays EU and NA like pretty much daily. And he's, I don't know, I never see that guy die. He never dies. Kill squads. If you want to learn how to kill somebody, try and learn how to kill him.
If you want a disruptor from Boogaflu, Dusty Keebs has all of his Twitch VODs public.
Yep, and he also does workshops too. So there's some workshops for him.
Dusty's real chill, dude. I've known him since Olympus.
Yep. So inside of company
Way back.
chat, guys,
That's the
I'm
same
gonna
as
put.
Dusty Y.
Nope, Dusty Y and Dusty
No,
Keeps are
they're
different,
two
but
different people.
Okay. Just checking.
no.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking, dude.
Dusty Keeps got
No,
a
you're good.
bald head. He used to have a really big beard. Doesn't anymore.
Okay.
Yep, he lost his beard. Now we're not beard bros anymore.
He wasn't here the week this shit opened as one of the helpers.
Yep, yeah, he was. So I put Hori's YouTube video or YouTube link inside of company chat, guys. We got like 30 seconds before I get started. I need to actually pull this VOD up. So just some pre-reference here. This VOD is you're going to be able to hear me, but like it's double comms. So because like he has Canary comms and regular Discord comms playing at the same time. So I do apologize for that. It's a Flail VG point player. And basically the main things that like we want you guys to understand about like the VOD that you're watching is how the macro fight is happening on the point, how the war like starts and finishes, how regroups look and what like a regroup should look like whenever the shot caller calls for a regroup, how entrance into a fort fight might look, how like ticking the point inside the fort will look. There's a lot of stuff to take reference from this VOD because like this VOD kind of has a little bit of everything in it. So that's pretty much what we want you guys to just like kind of get like an all around overview of what an attack looks like. And give me 1 second to find the VOD. Actually, I'm just gonna go through, look at my YouTube history. I'm not gonna let you guys see it because it's way too nerdy. Not happening.
Midget porn.
If only that was on YouTube. That would make life so much easier. All right, history. Yeah, I should have pulled this up beforehand, so sorry. Give me 1 second. And here we go.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
All right, again, everybody, just a quick check. Just make sure that like you can hear everything. It's not too loud. Oh, okay. I just have. Good to go. All right.
Yep.
But I'm putting stuff. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Go ahead and get out there and take that bot left fight. Take that bot left fight, please. I will be out there in 1 second while I turn off.
All right, guys.
And again, feel free to interrupt. I will pause. All right, you should be able to hear me now. We're getting ready. We're gonna take that bot left fight, you guys. Take that bot left
Pause
fight.
real quick, please.
Okay, bottom left. Yep.
So if you're weak side kill squad, where are you playing here? Off entry.
Yep. So if you are weak side kill fight, you're gonna have your 2 quad groups that are moving up with you on that side. If the free point is A, you will more than likely as a group be over at that A point capping that free point. Okay. If for whatever reason like you guys get pressured on A whenever you guys are capping that free point, then let Willie know and main cons be like, hey, we got pressure at A point. I don't know if they're holding this or not. Other than that, like try and win that fight over there and keep that pressure, take that point. Once you take that point, then free point is down, and you guys will be looking to enter from ramparts. Weak side, like it's your job to instinctively know that they're gonna have another kill squad over here with you, like to be against you. And that kill squad's going to be trying to kill you. But if you guys as weak side can win that kill squad fight, in my opinion, it's more important than the wide fight winning their fight. Because if this kill squad on weak side in attack wins this fight over here, then that means that all these free casting healers are free money for them. So the AoE, the point healer, the 2 quad healers for top left and bot left on defense are going to be free money for that kill squad if they can win that kill squad fight. So obviously the enemy kill squad's job is to make sure that they don't let you win that fight, so that way you can't enter their road for free and start farming on their healers, because more than likely their healers are going to be up here.
Hell yeah.
Any other questions, guys? All right.
Here we go.
Left side.
One.
We're gonna let bot left quads go ahead and push up. Group 10, make sure that you guys are taking that.
Wide healer
side
crash
wall.
we're going to be.
Bottom left is fat right now.
Let's go ahead and start looking bot left still. Bot left still. We got 10 seconds
top
on
left, top
respawn
left.
right now. 10 seconds on respawn.
They're clumping up top left.
Yep, they're huge on bot left right now. Huge on bot left. Quads, go ahead and get on your help.
Bot left.
2, 1.
Still on bot left, guys. I do just want to cover one thing. Like, I'm not calling Dedo crashes yet, because I usually give like a minute and a half to 2 minutes whenever the army or the first fight starts, just to kind of see how the fight's going to go, and to also let everybody build up deados. So obviously, like during that time before you hear that dedo crash being called, it's your job to just build up that ultimate and wait for that crash. Save that ultimate for that crash. Just give the shot caller time to kind of like figure out how he wants to approach it. Still on bot left. Still on bot left. All right, this is what I want. This is what I want. I need my top quads. Top quads, go ahead and push to our road. Top quads, look back in our road. Top quads, look back in our road. Take all that pressure from the top and bring it back into our road. 5 seconds response. 5 seconds response. I'm gonna run now. 5
seconds.
4, 3. Sorry. By the way, if you guys need me to pause for whatever reason, you might have to speak up. 1.
Response.
Respawns are hitting. Respawns are hitting. Everybody respawn. War camp. War camp. War camp. Get out here. Get out here and start taking that pressure now. All right, look, guys. We're gonna look bot left. We're gonna look bot left on this next respawn. We're gonna go ahead and do a crash on this next respawn. We're gonna do a crash. Everybody, get ready. Get ready. We've got 5 seconds on respawn. 5 seconds on respawn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready and look top. Get ready and look top. We're gonna look top left in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top left now. Top left now. Top left. Top left. Top left. Top left. Everybody top left. Everybody top left. Top left. Top left. Top left, and then push into their road. Top left, and then push into their road. All right, declump, declump, spread, 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 and take the. All right. So did everybody like kind of see how that went there? 2, 1. Top left. Like here I am here. Top left now. Top left. Top. And like the top left quad. And it's everybody's like as a quad group. It is your job if you are top left or top right, if you are bot right, if you are bot left, it's your job to then kind of move towards that ball and like always fight the dedo crash wherever the shot caller calls it at, right? Like instinctively, like your damage is just going to matter more whenever the army puts that damage on the same target as a group, rather than like you being over here and being one person putting your damage on these 2 people. It's better if there's 20 people putting damage on 5 people, because those 5 people are going to die. Top left, everybody top left, everybody top left, top left, top left, top left, and then push into their road. Top left, and then push into their road. All right, declump, declump, spread, spread, spread. Spread and take this pressure and look top right, top right.
All right, let's call
Look
them.
top right.
Got on point.
Still on top right, still on top right, still on top right, guys. All right, bring that pressure into their road. Top quads, go ahead and push into their road. I need bot quads ticking point, bot quads ticking point. Look top left, top left. We're gonna look top left in, or no, top right in 5 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top left now. Top right, 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 top right. Everything top right, and then push to the road. Everything top right, and push to the road. Good crash, good crash, good crash. Declump, 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 declump. Declump and look back in our road. All right, so yeah, just again, like dedo crashes are going to be quick, and like you're not always going to have your ultimate up for that dedo crash. It does not mean that you shouldn't be in the dedo crash. You should still be like saving and dumping abilities in that crash, because your abilities still help, right? It's not necessarily the dedo that's going to win the clump. It's like everybody as an army working together to dump abilities that's going to win that clump. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of, yep.
If I can, please, could you throw, if you know, like when you're calling these crashes, what are the combos these bruisers need to throw? Like, what's the?
I'm not a bruiser, but I will say that most bruisers are probably grab. It probably goes something like grab, shock, maelstrom. That would be my guess.
You have 2 options. So if you're a bruiser, let's say you blew your grab well and your maelstrom on something else for other reason. Going into that clump, you can shock half heavy into an armor breaker. You should be deading the same time the shock lands, and you should be launching that dead at the same time as everyone else. When the armor breaker hits, it will blow up. Alternatively, if you still have your grab well, you grab and dead at the same time. You do a light attack or 2 attacks. Then you Maelstrom if you light attacked once, and Maelstrom you light attack after that. That's the 2 combos you can do.
Yep. And I guess like bruisers are still running maulers, right? That's still the tree.
Yeah.
Yep. So obviously, like your job, like before that crash is happening, build up mauler stacks. Okay. Like if you're in your quad fight, build up those mauler stacks and have those ready for the crash. For healers, your job whenever this crash is happening is to know, like, like if you are bot right here for like you're this, I believe that's a healer over here. If you're this healer right here, it's your job to be looking at the red that might have just wiped your weak side kill fight over here. And if they did wipe your weak side kill fight, you need to instinctively know that you need to move somewhere to be able to heal your group. Now, if you can't move somewhere that's going to protect you and you're just being pressured by the enemy kill squad and you can't get off heals whenever that crash is happening, again, just let your quad group know. Let them know, hey, I can't heal you. Hey, I can't heal you. Can't heal. Or hey, I'm dead. Healer down. Like just instinctively know to just let your group know, because like they're not always looking up here at the top left to see health bars. I'll tell you right now, like bruisers, IDVTs, yeah, 90% we're never looking up there. Healers, you guys are always looking up there. So you guys know like 90% of the time, like whenever somebody's dead, we pretty much never know whenever somebody is dead, unless like for whatever reason, like we're all wiped, then obviously we know that. But healers, just let your group know whenever you're dead. Road now. Declump and look back in our road now. Alright, good shit. Alright, I need kill squads. Go ahead and push their road. Kill squads, go ahead and push their road. We got 10 second respawns. We're gonna look top midpoint. Top midpoint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side. Top left now. Top left now. Everybody look top left. Top left. Everybody. Come on, everybody. Top left still. Alright, good stuff. Fine, guys, we're looking top mid now. Top midpoint.
Bottom's real fat.
Top mid, guys. Top mid. Huge on top mid, and then looking to top right. Do not let them recrash this. They're all looking top midpoint right now. We're gonna look on back in our road. We're gonna all look back in our road on bot left in 5, 4, 3,
Bottom left. Here we go, guys.
2,
Bottom left.
1. Look bot left and then pushing to top left. Bot left and then pushing to top left. Bot left and then pushing to top left. Bot left now. Everybody bot left. Come on, I need everybody in the fucking army looking bot left now. Bot left now. Huge, guys. Come on. Bot left still. Alright, guys, everybody coming in now. Look, left side point. 3, 2, 1. Left side point. Everybody focus on our side road, and then we'll push into top point. Quads, go ahead and help us start ticking. Everybody, you should see that blue tick fucking ticking. If you don't see the blue tick ticking, step on point. We're gonna look bottom in our road. Bot right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bot right to the point. Everybody bot right. Come on, quads, bring it in.
Big kills. Get him point.
Push top left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top left. Everybody top left. Finish the kills, top left. Alright, huge in their road. Top mid. Everybody top mid.
Hey, quick question.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that kind of like a throw from your caller there?
From me? Yeah. Basically.
Oh, were you the caller? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's okay. Like, we're not perfect.
Damn, I feel like an asshole.
No. I mean, it's a good thing. I want to let everybody know that callers aren't perfect. Like, we're going to
you just called the crash, and now everybody basically doesn't have any fucking abilities, and you send them into that top.
Oh, are you talking about like going bot right to top left?
Yeah, that quick call and shit.
That quick call is going to happen. Deado crashes should be called that quick, because more than likely, 90% of the time, the army isn't going to have their Deados up at the exact same moment, okay? So calling like Deado crashes every like 20 to 30 seconds is usually good. That one specifically was like very, very quick.
That's why I had to ask. I was like, hold up.
Yeah. The reason why I called that one so quick is to just pressure them outside of their road. I would say like where I messed up on this call here was pushing everybody into top mid right here. I should have had everybody spread here. spread and play life instead of like pressuring their road. I was kind of just playing for the tick too hard.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they went into a meat grinder a little bit there.
Yep. So I kind of like led them into that, and that's something that I shouldn't have done.
I did
But
not know you were the shot caller. Shit.
dude, do not feel bad. I want people to say things like that. Like, it's okay to call your shot caller out. Like, we're not always going to be perfect, but the biggest thing that like you can do is like always do what the shot caller tells you to do,
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah,
then
yeah.
at least like if you did something wrong, guess what? You did what they told you to do. It's their fault, right?
True.
So
Yeah.
there you go. So yeah, like it's not always going to be perfect. And like we definitely do fuck up. Shit, we probably fuck up more often than not, but like as long as like we're fucking up as an army, then like we know what we need to work on, and like we know what we can change.
True.
Huge on top mid, guys. Huge on top mid. They're gonna recross top right. They're gonna recross top right. Decon. We're gonna let top right in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top right now. Everybody right side point. Come on. Top right. All right, pushing the top left. Decomp and look back on our road. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna let bot right in 3, 2, 1. Bot right now. Everything bot right. Huge.
Get out of there.
All right,
Okay,
push up their road. Top right.
Well, 80 on point. 80 on
4,
point.
3, 2, 1. Everybody start stepping. Back point. Everybody step back point. So yeah, like right here, like healers, whenever you see like the point is ticked this far up, or like even a little bit before this is the time whenever healers should be looking for that safe spot on the point, because more than likely they're like right in this specific instance, it's over here. This bot right quad, if you're on attack, it's the safe spot to step, because the entire army is over here fighting, right? So you guys would pull that step and that tick over here.
Here we go. We're getting this hard tick. We're getting this tick. Okay, we won.
Everybody on.
Okay,
Do not buy. Go.
Can you pause it for a second?
Yep.
There's a message like in company. I think people are getting confused about like left, right, bottom, top.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let me just do this then. All right. So everybody can see my screen, right?
You forgot the bonfire.
Yeah, I guess I could put bond. You're correct. Give me 1 second. I don't even know where bonfire's at. I probably had to type it in over here.
You just use like a random thing for it.
Is the fire
Probably
stuff
right here.
thingy?
Oh, whoops.
Man, look, I want to find the bonfire now. No, I'm kidding. Let's just go ahead and put a skull over here. Here's bonfire. Right. Okay. So 1-2 point. Right. You have your point team. You have top left. You have top right. You have bot left, bot right. You know, if these numbers are different in your raid plan, then for whatever reason, like pay attention to what your group number is in your assignment. I'm just putting these here for reference. Okay. This is on attack. Okay. Let's say that the enemy fort right here, attackers are coming out here, right? Do 5 seconds. Green. And thanks for whoever just let me know about that. I appreciate it. So again, point here. If you are on attack, this is bot left, this is bot right, this is top right, this is top left. Okay. If you're on attack, bot left, it's always in reference to whether you're on attack or if you're on defense. Okay. If you're on defense and the attackers are coming out this way, right? Then it is the same exact reference. But split. So bot left, bot right, top left.
Yeah. It's just the orientation of your character.
Where you're going,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like where if we're attacking,
So,
wherever
yeah.
you're looking, like at the fort, left, right.
Yep.
But
So if
people
you
are just confused about
you
it.
run out of the war camps, that's your orientation. If you run out of the fort, that's your orientation. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Yep.
Thank
And
you.
there's
People are
only
just
like
confused.
There's only like a few references of fort fights where like this will get like really confusing, but honestly, like tonight is not even a place where like you have to worry about something like that. So just always know that wherever you are coming out of, bot left is always to your left, bot right is always to your right. Okay, it's never going to change and be flipped and be like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It's never going to be like a clock system. It's always going to be your left, your right, your top left, your top right. It's always
Why
going to be
not
a
make it
reference.
super confusing?
Yeah, like triangle, octagon,
and like northwest, south.
colors.
I'll say like in the beginning of shot calling, like back in the old days, it was very confusing and people did try and do things like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
We quickly all learned that simplicity is key here. Like there's way too many other things
There's
going on in
just
this game.
so much happening. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's a lot to worry about in this game. Like, I mean, shit, we're like worrying about whether we want a double bruiser group or like if we want to put a fire staff BB in that group instead. Like, there's way too many other things to worry about than to worry about like the orientation of point.
I have to buy.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
And I'll just say like references of like what I just told them there is like do not buy, do not buy. That'll happen sometimes. It'll happen very rarely. The reason why I told them not to buy in that instance is because we just got a big wipe, and I want to like translate that big wipe into instant point tick on C.
Just push.
We're gonna control our road, guys. Control our road.
What's
Back
the
a
matter,
point
bro?
first. Back a point first. Top quads, that includes you. Look, back a point. We're gonna work back a point, and then we're gonna push up. Back a point, and then we're gonna push up. We're working bot right right now. Bot right in 5, 4,
Yeah, stop. Oh, I'm
3,
getting dug.
2,
top
Oh, I'm
1.
getting dug
It's gonna
on.
be bot left, bot left, bot left, bot left, bot left
Yeah, they
point, bot
wanted
left
me.
point, bot left point, bot left point. Everybody with bot left. Everybody with bot left, bot left, bot left, bot left, bot left.
Secret.
Dude,
Second
dude,
bot
dude,
left.
declump,
Yeah,
declump,
they're
declump,
dying,
declump, declump, declump.
These are sacred.
Declump bot left, declump bot left, declump.
Get out of there.
Declump, get out, get out, get out, get
I'm
out.
playing bottom right.
All right, everybody start
There's
pushing
two
top right.
left, the
Everybody
red
start
button
pushing top
left.
right. Start pushing top right, top right, top right point, top right point, top right point in
Top
5,
right.
Trying to move.
4,
Sacred.
3,
I'm playing my life. I'm
1,
fine.
top right, top right, top right now, top right now, top right now.
Alright,
Clean
go,
up
go,
everything
go,
top right,
go.
clean up
I'm
everything
dead
top
now.
right, everything top right, everybody, everybody.
Okay, get out of
Top
that.
right.
Get out of
All
that.
right, top
They're
mid,
crashing.
top mid, guys. 20-second response, 20-second response.
I'm shocking top mid. Look at the road.
Just start controlling their road. Get these kills in their road. These kills in their road.
They have
Kill
our back
squads, go ahead
line.
and push their road.
Being myself.
Look, top
There's
mid,
a
top mid
glass on
point,
it.
top mid point, top mid point in 5, 4,
Take it.
3, 2, 1. Top left, top left, top left, top left,
Set it
top
top
left,
left.
top
If you
left now,
gotta
top
set
left
it.
now, top left now, top left now, top left now.
Yeah.
Huge top left,
They're
huge top
crashing.
left.
They're crashing.
Huge top left.
These kids. Stocking top mid.
Huge top left,
Oh,
guys. Keep
get out
looking
of there,
top left. Quads bring it in closer. Quads bring it in closer. Quads bring it in closer. Quads bring it in closer.
Right now.
Inner fight, inner fight.
30 seconds to
Inner fight
respawn.
disruptors, bring it into point.
Oh, I
Left
got
side
canceled.
disruptors, that's 8-9,
Respawn set.
8-9, bring it into point. 8-9, bring it into point. Bring it into point.
I have dead over for
Trust me,
this.
trust me, trust me. Play point.
I'm
Trust
healing
me,
bond
trust me.
right now. I need to mute the caller so.
And I do just want to make like a couple references here. Like there's some things that I call differently here. Like I called the inner kill squad and the middle kill squad to kind of like play closer to point here. I did that to bring their kill squads away from like that oppo fight, so our wide fight could win, and also so like we could pressure the healers around the point. And also, like I was instantly worried about the pressure that we had on this point, because whenever like we had just won a big dogfight on B, and like we didn't like instantly start taking this point the way that we should have. So if me as a caller, I'm instinctively like always looking for point tick. If I don't see point tick, then like I'm instinctively trying to make a change or trying to figure out what change I need to make to cause that point to start ticking. And there's a couple things that happen like during this single point fight that will kind of like get you guys ready for like if things don't go perfectly, which is like a regroup happens. We do a regroup, and we do like what's called a secondary push. Like our initial push is with 8, 9, and 10 going like through our roadside, which is back a point, sending our kill squads that way to oppo. And then on my regroup and my secondary push, the secondary push, I have 8, 9, and 10 push their road and ramparts into oppo. So like flipping that is what caused us to like really hard win the point. And I'll kind of like explain how that goes whenever we get to that point.
So bad.
And again, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because it's kind of loud.
Right side.
I can hear you guys if you have so many thoughts. Everybody hear this still?
Yeah, can you explain the roads too?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so roads, I'm gonna wait until he gets to a good point.
Healing you again.
Yep, thanks.
21 minutes. I'm gonna see All right. So roads are always again in reference to where you start as an army. If you start as defense in the fort, and you're looking at the road heading this way, right? So this is your road, and the opposite side of the point, that is their road. Okay. So if you are on defense here, if you are the red guys here, your road is right here behind the point. If you're on offense here and you're coming from war camp, you're coming from war camp, then this side over here, where Lolo Charlie is your road. Okay, that is your road. This over here, where Salty M3 is, that is their road. If you are on offense, flip that, and it would be flipped for offense and defense. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I'm not watching company chat. Just let me know if somebody has any question and like they're not speaking up.
One, bot right point, bot right point, bot right point, bot right. Bot right and top mid.
They're crashing vortexing.
Clapping. Oh, so sorry. DE.
Huge. Declump.
Yeah, they're clumping.
Oh, I'm stuck.
They're bottom. They're bottom.
Declump.
I'm getting.
They're crashing on that. Get out of there. Don't be there.
Caesar,
Alright guys, huge.
Clapping here, Caesar. I'm playing
Good job, good job, guys. Good job.
Huge guys, start pushing
I'm
in
on the left side.
quads. I need you guys to help us hit point. We're gonna look
Fingers
bot
up right.
right again, bot right again.
I'm playing from bottom.
No,
bottom
we're gonna
right.
look top right, in
And the
5,
last DE, I'm playing deep
4,
road. I'm off
3,
right.
2,
Look, top right.
1.
Caesar,
Top right,
sacred.
top right. All right, now
Top
we're gonna
left's
look
going
top left in 3,
Top right.
2,
They're
1.
crashing.
Top left, in.
They can die here. They can die.
Call it. I don't know where you're at.
Huge, top left.
We're taking top point.
All right, declump.
Yeah, we're taking this.
Pulling Merc.
Look back point, back left.
Sacred.
Back left in
Sacred.
5,
Top left.
4, 3,
Back left. Here we go.
2,
Here we go.
1. Back left now. Huge. Look back left point, guys. Finish the kills.
Caesar,
Yeah,
sacred.
get these kills. Don't let
I'm
them
playing
run.
my life, Caesar. I'm playing
Alright,
my
guys.
life.
Yeah, and I would definitely say like my crashes are very, very fast. Probably.
Homie, I can't breathe with that shit. Damn.
That is
Probably
fine.
I ain't
too
worried
fast.
with you.
That is fine, honestly, because you were translating the fight from one point to another, so it's fine.
I mean, I realize like watching it in hindsight is always 2020. So yeah, like right now it's definitely too fast.
Finish the kills top left, guys. Finish the kills top left. Alright, push into their side, Oppo. Push into their side, Oppo.
Don't get me wrong. I love that energy.
Guys, huge on top
Well,
left.
I mean, another thing is like, you know, winning or losing, it's the shot caller's job to keep the army's like motivation and energy up, because like there's plenty of fights that I've seen where like an army will like not fort the entire war and they will just get straight dogged on because the energy is just down. Whereas like I don't know if you guys have like watched like the Ordo war against Chicken Mans, where like we won with like the last 3 seconds left. Like that war was fought tooth and nail to the very end of the fight because the energy was kept up, and like we always knew that like whether we're winning that point right now, regardless, like if we have 10 minutes left in the war, we still have a chance to fucking take that fort, and we're gonna do it. Like just always keep the energy up. Play with the shot caller, like keep the shot caller motivated. You know, like if you see that like your shot caller is getting super down, pop into main comms and be like, "Yo, get hype." Like we're good. You know, like keep the energy up, help them out.
Let me figure out based off this if we need to do a regroup or not.
So yeah, you can hear me here. Like I'm kind of getting down. I'm like, all right, do we have to regroup?
I think we were gonna go ahead and regroup. So just stage for a regroup.
As long as you're not like doing
Okay, you heard him.
calling bets as the shot caller, I think it's fine.
Everybody get behind Bond. Everybody get behind
Yep,
Bond.
yep.
Okay, let's fall back.
I once was in a war with a shot caller who was like, I swear he was the guy. I don't know what the fuck they're called. I can't think. My brain's farting. But the guy who's like at an auction, and he calls out all the auctioneer. That's it. There we go. He sounded like an auctioneer, literally, just like like non-stop the whole.
Gurdjieff is like that. He's very like
dude,
that.
it's kind of too much. You know what I mean?
Kilosh is like that too. Kilosh is.
Yes.
But I mean, like, you know, like that's honestly like some people get hype on that, and then for other people, like they just turn the shot color way down to like 5%.
Yeah,
Like either
and
way,
that's
it's
kind of-
okay.
You're at 11. I need you down to a 2.
Yeah, and either way, it's okay. You know, as long as the army itself is working together in cohesion. Like at the end of the day, that's the main goal here. which is like something you'll see here on this regroup. I specifically I want everybody. I'm looking for people who are not doing what I'm telling them to do specifically at this point because I'm looking for a reason why something is out of whack. Something is out of whack on why we're not winning, right?
8, 9, 10. I want you guys getting ready to push their road this time. 8, 9, 10. You are going to push their road. I'll let you guys know when. I'll let you guys know when to push. Right now, we're just farming ults. Farm your ults. Get your ults up. Farm your ults. Get
So on a regroup, it is your job to just get your ultimate up. Get your ultimate up. Save your ultimate.
So I'm not gonna.
We're gonna push at 19:15. 19:15 in 15 seconds. We are going to push. All right. I want us to push their road. We're gonna push top point. Top point.
You heard him.
The only people who will be back point. The only people who will be back point are back quads who are going to be playing their life and group 7. Back quads who's playing their life
They
and
should
group
be
7. And 5,
right now.
4, 3,
here we go.
2, 1. All right. Leave this. Leave this. Leave this. Leave this.
Let's go.
Finish these kills. Finish these kills. 8, 9, 10. Take that rampart side. 8, 9, 10. Take that rampart side. We're
All right. So, just to kind of see and reference what's about to happen here, is the reason why we instantly started taking point. We caught the enemy team way off guard. We sent our kill squads into their ramparts, which instantly pressures their healer backline because their top quad groups and their point groups were too worried about the massive army that was coming through bonfire side to reference or even let their enemy kill squads know that they had 3 kill squads coming at them from this direction. They just didn't know, and they really weren't ready for it because it's hard to realize where it's gonna flip at, and it's hard to as a shot caller to reference that these kill squad groups need to be moving, and the healers here on the enemy side, they should be moving as well. So just for reference, if you were a healer on the enemy side here, to win what's about to happen, you have to get away from the big ball crash that's about to happen in your road, or in your road if you're on defense.
They can no longer hear you.
You can't hear me? Wait. Hello?
I can hear you.
I think that might have been a hot mic or something.
I think they might have been, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's your job to realize that this is what we say whenever we say roads have flipped, right? So roads have flipped in this case, right? Us on offense, we're about to take your road from you on defense, and this means that you need to be playing in the enemy team's road to free cast heal. So this is a reference of road flipping, and healers it's your job to be actively looking for whenever the road is going to flip or if the road has flipped to know which side of the point you should be playing on.
We're gonna be looking top right point in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top right. Finish the kills. Play declump.
Alright, go to the other side of point.
Play their road.
Good kills.
Huge their road. Play their road. Finish these kills.
Company could die.
We need that point.
Good shit. We got them all fucking declump. Take their road pressure. Take their road pressure.
The ZZ guy on the left side could die. Top
back
left.
quads and point groups are the only ones that are on point right now. Back quads and point groups are the only ones that are on point right now. Everybody else is pushing up. Everybody start looking top left in 5,
T4T is left side.
So that's just an instance of how quick fight can flip. Even though it looked like we were getting dogged down there, you can flip it really quick.
Back quad, do not play our road. If you are a back quad, do not play our road. Finish the kills on back left point.
Get his ass, dog him. Everybody on there.
Huge, guys. Dog them down. And start looking top right. We're gonna look top right in 5 seconds. In 5 seconds, we're looking top right. 3, 2, 1. Top right now.
I'm playing road. My life type on.
All right, guys. We're gonna start looking to step. We're gonna look back. We're gonna look left side, and 5, 4.
I'm playing my life type on.
Left side. Bot left now, and into oppo. Finish the kills, bot left.
I'm stepping
Quads start
right
looking to
side.
step on. Quads step on. I need kill groups start looking top right. Kill groups start looking top right. They're crashing bot right. Everybody step right now. Everybody step right now. Do not clump. Everybody step right now. Do not clump. Everybody step right now. Do not clump. Do not clump. Look left side on our bond. Look left side on our bond.
And this is a good reference of whenever I mean, like I'm telling everybody to step. Not everybody is stepping, and like that's okay. But like it's also just a really dangerous time for everybody to step because the enemy team is all stepping. We're all stepping. Like we don't know if the enemy team is going to crash or not. If the enemy team does crash and does the right crash on us, more than likely we're going to lose all of this tick and all of this pressure we just worked for. So healers in this specific instance, I would say like if a caller is calling everybody to step and the point looks like this, don't fucking step. Uh, find a safe spot to stay alive and save your abilities because something crazy is probably going to happen. Left side on our bond. Back left in 3, 2, 1. Back left, back right. And you can see there, like, yeah, they just crash us very, very hard.
Oh, the kills.
We had a really fortunate recrash that won it for us there. That was kind of hard to see. Recasting healers on bot left. 10-second respawn. 10-second respawn. If you don't see the blue tick ticking on the point, you are stepping on the point. Everybody play life. Declump. Do not clump. Everybody else point.
Crash point. We got numbers. Crash point. We got numbers.
1. Take a clump. Everybody. Good. Fucking good.
Kill all these guys.
All right, guys.
Nobody gets in.
We are waterfalling, please. Okay. So any questions about like the outside point fight and like how that all worked like in reference? I know that a lot of this is like point centric, but kill squads, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask like what you would do in X instance, or if you guys have any questions about like kill squad healers and like what you should be doing, feel free to ask questions as it's okay.
If I can, and a majority of the time, weak side, where are you playing on these point fights?
Weak side kill
when
team?
all this is happening. Yeah, sorry. Kill like
Weak side kill team is always looking to pressure ramparts. So you're always going to be playing like this rock side, right? Pretty much as long as their kill team is not pressuring you, you want to find out like who the enemy team's AoE healer is for point group, which is more than likely going to be the person pumping the most heals into point. You can literally just press N whenever you're in the war, sort by healing, go to enemy team, sort by healing, and find that name. So you guys want to position yourself up here on these ramparts, as long as like obviously you're not being pressured by that other kill team, and you want to pressure healers. If you are being pressured by the other kill team, then first things first, kill that kill team, win that fight, and then pressure healers. On the flip side of that, the enemy kill team is going to be trying to win the fight against you so they can pressure your healers on bond, right? Right side quad groups, you guys should know as healers that if that kill team, you guys should be looking for that kill team's fight while you're healing, because if your kill team loses that fight, that kill team is going to be looking to pressure you and looking to kill you.
So essentially kind of, holding
go ahead.
like a bonfire to their road ramparts, like winning, like watching for the squad there, right? So we're anchoring there. If we win that fight, then we crash on their road. If not, we have to play more defensive.
Right.
Win the fight.
Exactly. Yep.
Do your chores before you can play, right?
Yes, exactly. Guys, just so everybody knows, just let me go ahead and go over. Was this recent? 8:30. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Is anybody else like still questioning about like the top right, top left? Is anybody else like still questioning that? If you are questioning it, then please say something now so I can like explain it one more time. Are you questioning like point positions, road positions, anything like that? Speak up now so I can fix it.
Questioning my life choices.
Yeah, this game is way too much.
I do have a quick question. Like, as soon as like the war starts and the army's pushing in, is it more important to clear what's in front of you, or is it more important to push past and get into top left? Let's say, like, if you're a top left, top right.
It's more important to take your zone. You want to take your zone.
Okay,
so if you
dodge
are
past to get in the back, that's perfectly acceptable.
Yep, yeah, you want to take your zone off rip. And that includes for defense and on offense. Now, after the war has started and that pressure has already built up and like the fight is happening and the fight is what it is, that's whenever you want to work front to back off of respawns and off of regroups together as a group. But initially, you want to take that zone. So same thing will happen on like regroups. On regroups, you want to initially take that zone where you're zoned at and force the enemy team off of it. The enemy team's going to be trying to do the exact same thing to you, so just realize that. All right. So yeah, let's get into fort fight. Everybody to waterfall.
You don't have to buy, just
Waterfall
get up
A
there.
gate. I need all.
I got one more question outside. Swoop.
Yep.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Op, big new guy here. I saw you put a bonfire on left side on attack. Is that the same for B and C flag?
What? No. I had it flipped there. And a bonfire, I think, flips in like 2 different terries. I want to say. Oh god, I can't remember which series, but that's like way too confusing for everybody. Just know that bonfire is on left. Bonfire is on left. I think except for God, I can't even remember. Anyways, bonfire is always wherever the fuck it is, wherever the fucking fire's at.
Yes.
Wherever the fuck
the
fire's
point is
at.
be conscious of that because I've seen people think Bon is just the same on every point.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yes.
On A point, it's on the left side. On C point, it's on the right side.
And
on
I
the
will go
inside.
over. Yeah, and like there are references where like defenders will hold like a different side of the point than they would typically in another territory. The reason why is just because that territory's map, specifically in the war fight, is easier to hold A rather than C. Okay, but the defenders are always looking to hold the side that's going to give them the most advantage against the attackers. And obviously, like all that stuff would be talked about like during pre-war and stuff like everything would then basically just flip sides, right? So if you are strong side, left side usually, because you're usually going after the C flag, if the hold flag for the defenders was A, then strong side would then be on the right side instead of the left side. Left horn. That's just like more complicated stuff. On this first entry for like for gate fights and fort entry here, guys, like big thing here. All range, all healers, as long as you're not like keeping your melees up on the gates, you guys are all hitting horns, right? You start left to right. All melees, if you have a melee weapon, you specifically need to be hitting the gate. Okay, it's your job to get that gate down. Me specifically as a caller, I call my back gate groups to go ahead and go back gates. However, Willie wants to call that, he will let you guys know, and he'll like assign you guys wherever he wants you guys at during this waterfall start. But we call it waterfalling, and it's basically where like after we get this A gate down, the A gate groups will stay at this gate to start the waterfall, and then everybody in the army, except for the A gate groups, will go to B gate. Okay, and then after the B gate goes down is whenever the waterfall stops, and then everybody goes to their gate assignments. You guys can go ahead and go to your back gates. Back gates, go ahead and go to your back gates. Start working on those horns back there. I need those back horns down. Guys, we will wait until this gate goes down. Once this gate goes down, we will go to B gate. Once this gate goes down, we will go to B gate. So as a caller here, I'm just waiting for that A gate to go down.
Let's go B. Go B.
Please, if you are arranged, help B gate horns. All right, guys, go to B. If you are ranged, work on horns. I need all melees on the gate, all melees on the B gate. After B gate goes down, you will go to
I'll get these little fuckers out here.
Go ahead and give out gate assignments now. All right, guys, gate assignments 8-7 back gates. 8-7 back gates. If they just play your life at A gate, I need 3, 4, 9. So during this time, like things might happen at A gate, you know, like you guys are saying there. The enemies, like they have nothing better to do rather than pressure the 15 people that are sitting at A gate. So like if they're doing that, just run back to the flag, do whatever you have to do. Just prioritize your life and staying alive. And 9 and 10 going back gates. Whenever I call for pre-breach, guys, you guys can be building up your heart runes in that time. Nobody should be using their ultimates until we look at the B point crashes. Okay, we're gonna control dirt. Everybody, once C gate goes down, guys. We are going to pre-breach. We are not breaching the gates until after that. Okay. B gate, you do not go in until you see pressure on left side.
Hey, don't die at B.
Now, all right, let me stop here. So the things that I'm calling here are like specific to the way that I like to take the fort fight. However, Willie calls it for you guys will be specific to the way that Willie likes to fight it. It might be like mine. It might not be. I just want you guys to know that like the way that you fight the fort is the way that the shot caller calls it to you. For me specifically, I tell my B gate groups to wait until they see pressure. So, like in this specific instance, A gate actually got pushed out, but C gate is what I'm like sitting like right here. I'm right here right now, but I'm gonna push up here, and I'm gonna be looking for that dirt pressure. I'm gonna be looking for a blue tick mark to come up here. As soon as I see that, I'm gonna tell my B gate groups to go in.
Pre-breach, pre-breach, pre-breach. All right, they are pushed out. A gate, C gate. Go ahead and push. Everybody push. Breach, breach, breach.
All right, push. Go, 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 go. Cleanse and go.
Everybody's breaching except for B. Everybody's breaching except for B.
Clapping.
And he kind of pushed ahead, but that's okay.
Okay, everybody's breaching B gate. Wait until you see that dirt bite come. Wait until you see that dirt bite come. Here's the dirt bite. Here's the dirt bite. All right, B gate push. B gate push. B gate push.
All right, we're pushing.
B gate push. We're gonna look right side point. We're gonna look right side point, guys. Right side point. We're gonna look bot right, and 5.
Push in the top of point.
3,
I'm
1. Bot right, send. 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 Huge bot right, huge bot right. All right, push that dirt side. Push that dirt side. Push the dirt side on C gate side. Push the dirt side on C gate side. Look left side point or right side point.
Yeah, I just want to like so the point fight inside of the fort is the same exact as the outside. It's still like as far as top right, top left, bot right, bot left. It's still in reference to that outside fight. One thing that I'll say about like fort fight that's a little bit different from the outside fight is that quad groups, the point inside of fort is 100 times more dangerous than the point outside of fort. So just know that like you want to control and pressure more of the outside zone of the point inside of fort specifically, rather than playing on point unless the caller is calling you onto it. Okay, because inside of fort, the way that you maintain pressure inside of fort is obviously like taking up the point, but it's also very, very, very easy for the defenders to crash on you on respawns and just wipe you. And if they wipe you, or if they wipe a zone inside of the fort, if they wipe, like if they, for instance, were to wipe the C gate side entirely, we would have to regroup as an entire army. As an entire army, we would have to regroup and do an entire whole nother push. So play very, very, very like high level APM inside of fort. You want to be priming your life as much as possible, inside of fort, especially for quad groups. Because if we lose like left side or right side pressure, then it's very, very, very hard to get that point tick back up and to win the point. Any questions? All right.
Right side point, right side point, right side point, right side point. All right, all right, all right.
Respawns now.
All right, the only people who need to be playing tick are point group. Everybody else is fighting outside of point and getting kills. Everybody else is fighting outside of point and getting kills.
Right.
Only on top right. Only on top right can die.
I need.
Careful, guys. We're just coming in now.
Yes, play live, play live, play live.
Okay, look at bottom left. Bottom left.
Under. We're gonna look bot left in 5, 4,
Sacred
3,
bottom left.
2, 1. Bot left, bar right now, right there, bottom of the point, bottom of the point.
Yeah, I can't even talk. Look.
Everything bottom, huge bottom, huge bottom. Finish the kills, huge kills, bot right, huge kills, bot right, huge kills, bot right.
I'm getting in.
I need top quads to go ahead and push in, top quads to go ahead and push in. 3, 2, 1.
Points heavy.
Everybody's under.
So let me just go over like kill squads and stuff inside of fort, right? So kill squads, it's your job to obviously like pressure the enemy healers inside of fort, and it's also your job to kind of if you're winning pressuring the enemy healers inside of fort, then it's your job to like maintain a safe space for our healers, right? So enemy healers 9 times out of 10 are going to be on top of ramparts. So top of ramparts is usually where like kill squad usually clears first. And then after they clear top of ramparts, they'll start clearing the dirt side for healers. For like our healers, if you're like a point healer or a quad healer and you're coming in from A gate, you want to be looking for that safe place to heal from. So just always be looking for like a safe place for you to heal your group from. If you are coming in through A gate in this instance, and you're healing like top left or bot left in reference to coming from the attack side, then like in this instance right here, you can see that the front right stage area is a safe place for you to be healing from. So like I would heal from like these stairs.
on point. Nobody's on point. Everybody's on dirt. Nobody's on point. Everybody's on dirt. Everybody's on looking top left and hell. Top left and hell. Top left and hell. Everybody look top left. Left side of left side of the floor.
Trying to find second.
Group too.
All right, guys. Look, I need kill
playing top
groups
right.
9, 10,
You guys need to come right side.
and Supri and Zerky. Go ahead and help them up there, okay?
They're crashing on
We're gonna
top
look left side, left side, left side, okay? Actually, no. All right, everybody's focused up on C-Gate side. We're gonna look right side point, bot right in 5, 4,
Hopping.
3, 2, 1. Look right side dirt, 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 guys. Right side dirt. Right side dirt. Huge stop right, huge stop right, huge stop right.
Good fucking kills.
So, I mean, like you can see, like in that instance, like before he gets his smite up here, you can see that like he's instinctively going where like me as a shot caller, where I'm calling this clump and like where he sees that it's going to be at, right? Like he actually hit his smite right before I made the call, like in the exact area where I wanted the crash to be at. Even though he doesn't have his ultimate up, he just put the cooldowns, as long as he has Bird Need Smite on his smite, he just put the cooldowns of the enemy team up by another, 20%. So like these are just like small mini plays as a player that you can play as long as you're listening to what the shot caller and what he's calling to like make clump fights like this go the way that this one did.
2, 1. Look right side dirt, 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 guys. Right side dirt. Right side dirt. Huge stop right, huge stop right, huge stop right.
Good fucking kills.
1. Top right, top right, top right, top right, top right, top right, top right now, 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 top right now.
Hey, step on point. Step on point, team. Point team.
Right side dirt, right side dirt. All right, declump, 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 declump. Declump, declump right side, declump right side, declump right side. All right, guys, we're gonna look top left in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top left, top left, top left, top left, top left to now, top left to now, top left to now. Get the kills, get the kills, top left. Get the kills, top left. Get the kills, top left. Huge top left.
Get out of that,
though. Texting.
All right, push stage, push stage, push stage. Trust me, push stage, push stage, push the stage stairs, push the stage stairs. Trust me, left side stairs, left side stairs, left side stairs. Push it, push it, push it. All right, guys, everybody's off point, everybody's off point, everybody's off point, everybody's off point. Huge. All right, guys, take dirt fights, dirt fights. Everybody's fighting dirt.
They're crashing bottom.
Everybody's fighting dirt,
get out of bottom.
including point.
So like I'm calling for I'm basically calling for like quads because the point team already knows that like inside of fort like they're on the point. So in this like specific way, the specific way that I'm calling is for the outside fight. Point team instinctively knows that their job inside of fort is to always be sitting on the point. So if I'm saying something that doesn't necessarily make sense for point team, like if I'm saying like, fight off point, that's not for point team. Point team always instinctively knows that they should be on the point. I know it's kind of confusing, but yeah, like we have to call for many different positions. And like if I was just to specifically call for every single group and tell them exactly what to do, we would need about 4 hours for every war and not 30 minutes. So any questions? All right.
Including point. Everybody fight dirt. Everybody fight dirt. We're gonna look top left in 3, 2, 1. Top left, 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 everybody. Everybody top left. Everybody top left. Look top left. Look top left. Look top left. Top left now. 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 Huge. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish the kills. Finish the kills.
I'm playing right side again.
Finish the kills.
I'm
Top left.
inside.
Finish the kills. Left side point. Left side point. Left side point. Left side point. Everything. Left side dirt. Left side dirt. Left side dirt. Get the kills.
Bottom point. Bottom point.
Everybody start looking to step. Everybody start looking to step in 3, 2.
All right, so I'm saying here, like everybody start looking to step, right? That doesn't mean that everybody step. That means that like, we're at 75% tick. So as a main ball, as a quad group, as a kill squad group, you guys should be looking around the point because more than likely, like they're gonna have healers around the point that are about to step on free kills for kill squads there. They're gonna have like tons of stuff happening around the point where you guys can be extremely effective. So looking to step just means that like we're getting ready for like an all-in.
Bottom right, kills, kill him. All right, step point.
If you wipe top right, we win here. If you wipe top right, we win here. Wipe top
right. Step point. Everybody crash. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Could you show where the respawns are for the enemies?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just go ahead. and pull up a raid plan, an actual raid planner this time. Okay. All right. So we'll just do. You guys are fighting Evansdale tonight. And another thing is like I specifically always do my raid plans to Windsward. Okay. I always do them to Windsward because if you look on here, there is no Eden Grove, right? There is no Eden Grove here yet. And just because of that, like I just always build my raid plan specifically out on Windsward. And if for whatever reason, like whatever point we're holding changes, then I just flip the groups and I make everything make sense for whatever that fort fight is. But I
We're
always use
fighting
Windsward.
Evansville.
Yep. And that
Yeah.
one is here, so I'll go ahead and do it. All right, so you have A, B, C, A, B, C, and you guys want to see. This is respawn 1, respawn 2, respawn 3, respawn 4. I will say these are called front stage respawns. These are called backstage respawns. Let's do this. Okay. So for the defenders, right? For defenders, off of respawn, you are basically looking to respawn at the side that's going to be most effective for your group specifically. So if your group is staged at A gate, and they're not camping this respawn, then obviously like you would want to spawn. It's called front right stage or front right ramparts, I think is what the respawn is called. So you would respawn there. You know, if you're staged at this gate, that is C gate, then you would spawn front left ramparts, front left ramparts. And this would be back left, back right for defenders, right? These are their respawns, okay? So to spawn at whichever one makes sense for you and for whichever one isn't going to get you killed. 9 times out of 10, there's always a ton of enemy players playing back here. Unless like you guys have got them out of fort. So usually 9 times out of 10 for me, I always pick a front stage and I spawn at a front stage. So that those are the respawns. More than likely, like what's going to happen on like Dedo crashes and stuff like that inside of the fort is that you know the crash and the enemy team is going to be up here in hell, and the fight is for the majority going to be in hell. And on respawns, their crashes are going to go right here, right? So whenever that's all happening, like healers, you want to be finding safe places in the fort to fight. Always be actively looking and aware of what's going on around you, and finding a safe place to heal. If you can't find a safe place to heal, let your group know. Hey, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I can't heal. I can't heal. Hey, I'm dead. I can't heal. I'm down for 20 seconds. Hey, I'm dead. You guys have no heals for 30 seconds. Okay. Like just let your group know so that way they know that they need to prio their life. Kill squads, you guys need to be actively pinging targets and taking down healers inside the fort. Obviously, the enemy kill squad is going to be hunting you down. So, whereas like outside of point fight, it's kind of your job to go after that enemy kill squad, right? Um, inside of fort fight, it's more so their job to go after you, and it's your job to go after the healers. So I would 9 times out of 10 like pressure healers, and then that's going to force the enemy kill squad on you. Any questions? All right, I think that's pretty much all that I had, guys. If you guys do have like anything else that you want to ask, if you're not for whatever reason able to talk in the VC, you guys can put a message in company chat. I'm looking at it now. And if you guys like want to ask anything in there, I'll stick around for like 2 more minutes. So I'll stick around until like 9:20. Other than that, like you guys got your work coming up soon. Good luck. Good luck. And I hope you guys do well.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yep, I can post that pod. That's no
Yeah,
problem.
man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, guys. No problem. No problem. Good luck tonight.
What company are you with, by the way, on
He's with
Octans?
Ordo. Thank you for your time.
Ordo?
No problem. No problem. Yeah. I shot call for Ordo, and on Optins, I shot call for Cell Block 4.
Okay. Nice.
All right, again, guys, like GG's, all I can say is like outside of like things like workshops and things like this, like if you guys are actively trying to learn, be looking at like Horror Minoshi on YouTube, be looking at people like Mikro, be actively like pulling up like bruisers like Vad S. You want to be looking at him. You want to be pulling up healers like Curio. Like me as a shot caller, I instinctively, just like Corey said, like we are weirdos. We are watching VODs all day. And I am watching like everybody's VODs all day, trying to look at
Yeah.
new tech, trying to see all the new shit that's happening. It's like if you guys really, really, really want to get good at this game, like sure everybody like laughs and says 3-button MMO. Yeah, 3-button MMO with a shit ton of mechanics. Sure.
Also,
So
I was gonna say also
yeah.
something I used to do too, when I was like learning the shot call is I'd watch even EU VODs too. I'd like look at the difference in the wars.
Yep.
Because I would look at like the meta changes, because I was looking at ways that we could change shit, It's just an ongoing battle, So staying up to date is like key to it, because it's a battle of meta, pretty much.
100%. Yeah, and there's things that EU gets right that we get wrong, and there's things that we get right that EU gets wrong. So yeah, like if you want to follow like EU meta, there's people like BAP, there's people like Mika, there's people like
Mika's good for bruisers.
Yep, there's also a kill squad, Godot. Godot is a great disruptor over there in EU. These are all like Twitch names that I'm saying, by the way. So BAPGG on Twitch is EU shot caller. Godot, G-O-D-O-T, is EU disruptor. Mika is an EU bruiser. Curio also heals on EU. So Curio being the GOAT that he is, NA's best healer and probably EU's best healer too. So tons and tons of insight there that you guys can get. All I can say is like if you guys want to get better, like actively watch stuff like that. Go look at like Mikro's videos or Minoshi's, watch VODs, and you guys will learn a lot. It's not all gear, I will say that. Like it's a lot of mechanical gameplay. Awesome, guys. Again, good luck tonight. Good luck tonight. I got to get out of here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to direct message me or anything like that. You guys can ping me inside of company chat. I'll try and look. GG's.
Thanks, Swoop.
Thank you.
Yep, later, guys.